what we're going to look at today is we're going to continue our exploration of cause and result linkers. And last time what we looked at, and you can go and check that on our blog, last time what we looked at was causes and results, but with verb linkers. So you follow them with like kind of sentences. So we're going to continue with something very, very similar to that today, but it's going to be with nouns. So it's a bit more tricky. It's a bit more grammatical. Okay. So what I'm really interested in is, can I see anyone on Facebook that's currently with us? Okay. We've got Rika. Hello, Rika. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Where are you, Rika? Maybe other people might come and watch us soon as well. I'll be interested to get some of your feedback. Okay. So I want to get some suggestions, some ideas for how we could do these sentences. Okay, you're in the UK, Rika. Brilliant. Okay, which part? I'm in Manchester. Okay, we've got Siam as well here. Hello, Siam. Nice to see you. Okay. Now we're going to be looking at the causes and results with nouns today. Okay. So let's go and do it. Let's go and have a look now. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen and hopefully you should see what we've got here. We've got causes and results linkers with nouns. We've got Shani. Okay, Rika, you're in Skipton. That's not very far away from me. Skipton, near Leeds, near Bradford. Yeah, not far away from me. Just a short train ride. Okay, so good to see you all. Hi, Shani. I've seen you in class recently at SET as well. Okay, good to see you all. So causes and results linkers with nouns. So there are a few things that I just want us to do, and I just want to quickly revisit these. Okay, so first of all, number one, remember what linkers do. Okay, linkers connect ideas. Okay, linkers connect ideas logically. Okay, that's how they do it. They link ideas logically. So if I was to do this, let's do this one. Let me pop this down here a little bit. If I was to say, I didn't bring an umbrella because, what could I say? Because it is raining. Now that doesn't really make sense, does it? I've got because there. I didn't bring an umbrella because it is raining. That's strange. People do bring umbrellas when it's raining. So you've got to try and consider, how logical is it? Okay, so this really, if this said sunny, okay, that's fine. Or it could be, I did bring my umbrella. Sorry, I did bring my umbrella. Okay. If I did put I didn't bring an umbrella, then maybe you could put something like, despite the fact it is raining. All right, now that's a bit different, isn't it? Now you've got some contrast in there. So this is what linkers do. They connect ideas logically. So before we make any decisions about how we're going to connect our sentences together, we've got to make sure that our idea makes sense. Now, Rika's put in there, despite, that's great. We've got Shokat. Hello, Shokat. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's continue with it. Number two, linkers often have different grammar. And this is something that people don't always get. Okay, let's say that you have made a really good idea. Okay, let's put this back so it makes sense. Okay, let's say that you've got an idea and you've connected logically, okay, and then you want to use a different one. Well, unfortunately, they're not all the same. Not all linkers are the same, okay? Last time we looked at because, and we also looked at due to the fact that. I think we did that one. And in terms of cause results, we looked at as a result. Okay, and we looked at consequently. I can't remember if we did any others. But these ones here, these are all followed by verbs. Okay, they're followed by verbs. So look up here. It is raining. Subject, verb. It is raining. Okay, I didn't play football due to the fact that I was injured. Too often the story of my football career, guys. Okay, so due to the fact that is there. Okay, if I wanted to swap that round, does anyone know? Does anyone know if I wanted to swap this one round and I wanted to use consequently, okay, if I wanted to use consequently for this, what would I do? Can anyone give me a sentence there? Hello, Alexia, nice to see you. Can anyone fix that for me? Can anyone rewrite that sentence with consequently? What would it be? Put the result later? Yeah, we do. But write the sentence for me. I'd love to have a look at what your sentences are like. I didn't play football. Consequently, I was injured. No, that doesn't make sense, actually, Shokat. That's not correct. Let me bring that over and this is a perfect example of why we practice this. Okay. So Shokat's just put that one in. I didn't play football. Consequently, I was injured. I love the football in there. Very nice. But no, that's not logical. Because what this sounds like, if I was, let me write I'm going to paraphrase that sentence. Okay. This sounds like I was injured because I didn't play football. That's what that sounds like. I was injured because I didn't play football. Now, that's not what we want. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. What everyone's telling me here is, everyone's telling me that the injury was caused by not playing football. That doesn't seem logical to me. We get injuries when we do play football. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want this. I was injured. Consequently, I didn't play football. That's what I want, guys. That makes sense to me because now the result is that I didn't play. Okay, and the result was always that I didn't play, even though it was here, due to the fact that focuses on on causes, and consequently focuses on results. So it's a bit tricky if we don't stay on top of this, if we don't practice this. Okay, so let's get it right, guys. New sentence, consequently with a comma. Now I know what happens. We practice this a couple of times and we think we know it. We feel really confident with it. But then when it comes to the actual time that we need to use it in the exam, if we haven't practiced it a lot, if we haven't practiced it enough, then we make mistakes. Okay, and the last one, the linkers have different functions. Of course, we've got contrast, we've got results, we've got causes, we've got addition, we've got talking about sequence, we've got adding extra information. Okay, so relative clauses and things. So we've got loads of different linkers, loads of different reasons for doing things. Okay, we've got different grammar, but the most important thing is us establishing in our head what we think the relationship is between two things. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Now, we're going to look at causes and results, but we're going to do it with nouns instead. Okay, so I'm going to put in here due to. Okay, due to. And I'm also going to put in here as a result of. over here, in terms of results, we'll do that in a moment. Okay, let me just put in, I'll just put in a little picture. Oh, wrong one. Let's bring this over here, and we'll just cover that for now. Okay, we won't think about it. We'll leave that till later. Okay. Now, in terms of due to and as a result of, they are both followed by, or both ended here with prepositions. And there's a great rule in English. Prepositions are followed by. Does anyone know what prepositions are followed by? Siam's already there. Nouns. Yeah. Prepositions are followed by nouns. Now that means it can be a simple noun. Okay, it could be one word. It could be a noun phrase. It could be multiple words. It could be a gerund. Okay, and a gerund is when you convert an action. Okay, you add ing to convert an action into a noun. So the way I think about English quite often and think about the grammatical rules in it is that sometimes we have more than one rule. Okay, and we have in this case, we've got subject verb, which is one rule. We always use the person does something, it's followed by the verb, person plus verb. But then we've got this idea that we follow prepositions with nouns. And when we do that, we have to follow the rule that the prepositions are followed by nouns. That's a stronger rule than subject verb. Okay, so that means I need to turn any action into a gerund, into an ing. All right, so let's have a look at as a result of. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Let me merge these here and merge these here as well. Okay, so due to. Now it could be the rain, all right, or it could be Mr. Smith's surgery was cancelled. Well, why was it cancelled? It was cancelled due to a shortage of nurses. Okay, Mr. Smith's surgery was cancelled due to, there it is in the middle, due to is there, a shortage of nurses. I could do it like this as well. Okay, it's a really good linker, this one. Okay, I could also say due to, what follows due to if I do this? What's going to be in this sentence structure? We've got a few people watching here. So Alexia, Rika, Siham, Shokat, Shani, what do you think? Due to what something happened? So I'm going to put due to here again in red. What will follow in this sentence? Yes, Siam, you're right. Yeah. It's going to be a shortage of staff there, isn't it? Yeah, a shortage of nurses, that goes here. Due to a shortage of nurses, Mr. Smith's surgery was cancelled. Okay, so what's important here? Okay, what's important is not that we say, okay, the result is at the end. It's what comes after this linker. So what comes after this linker is a cause. Let's put our causes in green. After due to, we put causes. That's what this is for. Okay? As a result of is just the same. They're just exactly the same. I'm going to take these sentences and pop them in here. Okay? I'm going to say, pop that down there. Mr. Smith's surgery was cancelled as a result of. Just the same. Really simple. Okay, so these are causes. They focus on why something happened. Okay, well, let's take away this and let's think about results. This time we're looking for phrases that introduce results. Now, we did consequently We did therefore. We looked at it briefly. We did as a result. Does anyone know any phrases that could introduce results for this side here? What do we think? Any phrases that could introduce results that are similar here, that they need to be followed by nouns? I've got 3. Because of, well, because of it shows causes. See how? Okay, Rita. Hello, Rita. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm going to say leading to. I'm going to put that one in. Yeah. I'm going to say resulting in. And I'm going to put which resulted in. Now, notice I'm calling these linkers. I'm not calling them conjunctions. They're not, they're just phrases that link ideas together. So leading to, resulting in, which resulted in, they all come in the second half of a sentence. They're not like due to or as a result of. Okay? They can't flip around order of the clauses. This one, we decided to put the cause clause first. These ones we can't. Okay? So let's have a think about this one. So what could we do? We could put something like Mr. Smith developed an infection. Developed an infection during surgery, leading to sepsis. Okay, I'm just going to take the same thing and apply it in all of them. Okay, and this one is resulting in. And this one is which resulted in. And they're just the same. Okay, just the same. All of them work the same way. Now, what we've done so far is we've just put a simple noun, haven't we? Okay, sepsis, just a simple noun. We're focusing on the results. Let's put the results in yellow. Okay, we put the causes in green over here. We put the results over here in yellow. Over here, this would be yellow. Okay, that would be yellow. Over here, this would be the cause. That's the way to think about results and causes. Whenever you have a result, you have a cause. Siam, I wouldn't use engender. No, not in OET writing. I wouldn't use engender, but it is a good word and it does have that purpose. Yeah. Okay, so this is easy. Let me tell you why this is easy. This is easy because what we're doing is we're just using a simple noun after the phrase. Okay, these are all simple nouns, aren't they? A shortage of nurses, sepsis. It's just a noun. There's no action there. There's no action. So it gets trickier when you have to follow any of these phrases with a verb. As we said before, we need to turn any of these into gerunds, and they all do the same thing. So let's have a look at a couple of possibilities, okay? Because we're following with nouns, we need to be aware of a couple of things. When we use noun linkers, we need to remember to use gerunds and be aware of the passive. Be aware of the passive. So let's look at this example. Mr. Smith was hit by a bus because he didn't check the road. Mr. Smith was hit by a bus because he didn't check the road. Think of the linker, it's because. Nice and simple. We know what because means. We've got a verb clause before, we've got a verb clause after. It's focusing on the cause. Okay, this is the result. Now that's really doesn't get much more simple than that. We all understand this. Okay. Now, if I wanted to put due to, and if I wanted to put resulting in, then I've got to do two things, haven't I? I've got to think to myself, what's the relationship between these two ideas? What does due to focus on? What does result focus on? Okay, so due to focuses on cause, doesn't it? And resulting in focuses on result. Okay, so we'll put result in yellow and we'll say cause in green. All right, so that's what we want to do. So I'll do the first one for us. Okay, I'll do the first one because it's easy. Okay, Mr. Smith was hit by a bus due to not checking the road. Okay, so due to not checking the road. I think that's good. Okay, that's a good one. We've got a good road there. We've got a good sentence. We've got due to not checking the road. Look what we've done. We've turned this verb phrase, he didn't check the road, into a gerund, not checking. And this is our result. Nice. Okay, so we're happy with that. We've got due to, it works. We've got something else that we need to consider now when we try and focus on the result. Okay. Let's turn it round. Mr. Smith did not check the road, comma, resulting in. Okay. Now, what did it result in? I wonder if anyone here who's watching can give me what the answer would be for that. Does anyone know? It's okay, Siam, you can answer if you want. Can we get it right? What would that be followed by? Mr. Smith did not check the road. That's what started this. That's the cause. Resulting in is our linker. What was the result? Resulting in requires a noun. Okay? It requires a result. It requires a noun. What do we do? Okay, close. We've got at least one. Rita, that's fantastic. Okay. I really like that. Very, very good. Okay. Let's look what Rita said. Oh, taking the wrong bit, guys. There we go, sorry. I meant to get Rita's. Here it is. Yes, didn't check the road, resulting in him being hit by a bus. Fantastic. Okay. Resulting in him being hit by a bus. That's fantastic. So what we've done there is we've introduced the result and we've converted the passive verb into what we call a passive gerund. So this is a passive gerund. That's not an easy thing to do. I think that's probably one of the most complicated things to do in OET writing. Okay, it doesn't get much more difficult than that. So it's something that we should bear in mind. Remember that practicing this grammar, okay, let me just make a few notes here. Practicing sentence structure grammar gives you a range of tools. Okay, it gives you a range of tools for OET writing, not poet writing. Okay, so if you think about it, you're probably going to need to use results, causes, addition, contrast. You're going to need to use at least one of those, sorry, all of them at least once. That's what you'd have to think. They'll be used at least once in your writing, maybe twice. It's good to have the choice of linker. Okay, you can stick to but and because and if you want to, but you can try and be more ambitious. You can sound professional. Okay. In my opinion, some sound better than others. So for me, I would say practice these ones. Practice them. It's good to be able to do these ones. Okay, like we've talked about before. They are good, but it's really, really good to be able to chop and change and choose different ones. The hard thing is when it comes to converting verb phrases into gerunds. The difference here was that he didn't check the road is active and he was hit by a bus as passive. So if you start trying to switch these around into linkers that require nouns, you have to make sure that you convert them. Okay. So let's finish there. This is going to be converted into a blog. Okay, and you'll be able to go and find this on our website. Okay, and you'll be able to watch the video again. It's going to be there on Facebook. That's up to you. You can come and choose it. So we'll see you soon. Okay, there's going to be another session every day this week. We'll come in and we'll keep giving you these tips and tricks. Okay, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.